Hi girls. So today we are going to talk about eyebrows. As you can see, I have these weird dots that are drawn on my face right now. I have new eyebrows. If you notice in between where this dot is, there's like a gap. So a trick that I actually saw recently is to take a pencil. If you hold it along your eye, this is where your first edge corner of your eyebrow should start. And then if you hold it here, this is where your arch should happen. I kind of have a really natural arch on this side. This one, not so much. It's just kind of round and hanging out. This one's a superstar. This one's just kind of eh. Okay, on this side, this is how far they should come out. So I've drawn lines in these places as a guideline to let me know where I'm supposed to be. I am by no means an expert on eyebrows, but these are just some quick, easy things that I have come across recently. It kind of helps me. I don't have a lot of eyebrows to begin with. I may pluck like some stray pieces that are down here just because they're stragglers, but other than that, these girls are just happening the way they're happening. So today I'm going to be using the Moodstruck. It's a Brow Obsession palette. And actually inside of it, there are a total of 5 different things. So you have highlighters that are on here. This is kind of like an eraser to go back over any mistakes that you make. And then there's 2 different colors to choose from. I don't know if you can see this. So I have dark hair, as you can see. This is the darkest one that they have through Younique. There is a medium tone for like lighter browns, like medium brown. And then there's a light, which is for like gingers, blondes, those other end of the spectrum. And then there's kind of a wax sort of setting stuff that is on here. So I'm gonna kind of just show you what I do just to kind of fill in the absence of hair that I happen to have on my face. So the first thing that you do, if you take a lighter color and kind of work with that in the middle and just kind of go back and then fill in the other colors like towards the middle part later, and may give you like a little bit of a more natural look. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this first color, this lighter brown. It's not exactly light brown, but lighter brown. I'm going to tap off the edges just so I don't have a ton. This is like an eye brush for a eyeshadow, and I'm just going to kind of fill in what I have here. Where this arch is, I'm just going to kind of work up with the hairs and then kind of give it a little more of a shape. And then as I get where I want to be, I'm going to kind of use my finger and erase those lines, the guidelines that I gave myself. So in this one, the hardest part is to come to a point. So as you can see, I kind of have one now. Kind of want to make them match on both sides and make them even. This one beforehand just kind of slumps down, so my pencil is like this. So now I'm going to do the other side and just kind of fill in a little bit. Like I said, on this side I have more of an arch already, so I don't really have to go the extra mile for that one. She's kind of holding her own on this side. Okay, so now I am going to take the same lighter color. I'm gonna start on the inside and I'm gonna kind of fill in, unsuccessfully here apparently, where my eyebrows should start on both sides. The goal is to try to make this look as natural as possible without making it look like I have mustache or a caterpillar on my face. Struggle is definitely real with some eyebrows, girls. So these areas that are down here that look a little bit thicker, I can use to clean up later. So I'm going to use this line shader brush that I have. It's from the Unique collection. I take some darker and just kind of fill in. Now, if you have whiter eyebrows, you can take this brush and turn it sideways and just kind of do like a stroking motion, and it will, I'm doing this with the darker color, it'll kind of give you more of a natural, our hair and our head isn't all one color, so your eyebrows aren't either. So if you kind of do this, it gives like some depth to the colors and make them stand out a little bit more. Mine are really, really thin, so the trick is not to go too thick so that it doesn't look natural for what my face, what I normally look like. I don't want to like freak people out. But depending on how much you have naturally, like clearly this can change. Okay, so now these look very, they're kind of dark. So now I'm going to take the fourth color, which is kind of like a highlighter, and I'm going to go and clean up above the eyebrow and give myself more of a sharp line. From what I had before. Putting a little bit of concealer on here so I can just clean up the areas that are above it, just so it doesn't look so because I drew on so much, it kind of looks very there's some residue that's over it. I'm just going to use this to kind of see how the line is much more straight. I'm going to use a brow brush to kind of extend into it just so it doesn't look as like jagged. And we're going to do the same thing on this side. Just kind of clean up your lines that are up here. Well, this does come with a highlighting section that you can put underneath, but I typically do that with my eyeshadows that I'm putting on. Now, some people like this like really dramatic straight line here. To me, I think it kind of looks weird on me because I'm not really used to it. And the other biggest part is making sure that they match. So this side is more straight than this side, so I'm just going to go back over it and kind of clean that up. So now that I match. So I heard a funny story. Everybody says that eyebrows are supposed to be sisters but not twins. Some days mine don't even look like they're in the same family. So it's just kind of one of those things that you get better at as you go, as you're more familiar with them, as you try them out, as you figure out your eye shape and kind of what works with you. If you have any questions, feel free to get back with me. Just gonna try to perfect this and we'll go from there. You guys will see the end results on the next day when I do the eyeshadow. Thanks.